Hello everyone and welcome to all my dear students. Today is your social class, right? So today in this class we are going to talk about our province, a short introduction, province number 5 and 6. And my dear students, in the previous class we had discussed province number 4 and 5. Province number 4 and 5. So today in this class we are going to discuss about province number 5 and 6. Okay, my dear students, you can see on the screen, okay, before to discuss about the province number 5, on the screen you can see the map of province number 5. And in previous class, I have already informed to you all that from the map we can get different knowledge of different province like province 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So from this map of province number 5 also we can get lots of knowledge like some districts occupied by province number 5, some rivers, some lakes, some religious sites located in province number 5. So my dear students, you can also study the map of province number 5 with the help of the textbook. From in your textbook also there is mentioned the map of province number 5, and from the map just I told you that we can get lots of knowledge of different province. All right. So okay, after this map, you can see in the next slide, there are mentioning some of the important points to clarify the overall concept of province number 5, like province number 1, 2, 3, 4. So in this province number 5 also, on the screen, you can see some of the important points to clarify the introduction of province number 5. Okay, my dear students, now we are going to talk from the first point of province number 5, that is the area. What's the total area covered by province number 5? And in previous week and before that also we discussed province 1, 2, 3, and 4. So in that province 1, 2, 3, 4 also, certain square kilometer were occupied by the province 1, 2, 3, 4. In 5 also, you can see on the screen the total area covered 22,280 square kilometer. That means in percentage 15 out of 100, 15 percentage total area covered by province number 5. After then, the second point you can see on the screen, the total population of province number 5. That means province number 5 occupied about 49 lakhs out of total population. And as we all know that according to the latest population census 2011-80, the total population of Nepal was 2 crore 64 lakh 94,504. So province number 5 occupied about 49 lakhs, in percentage 18 percentage of total population occupied by province number 5. That's the second point, population. That's a total number of people surviving, settled in province number 5. Okay, after population, my dear students, once again you can see on the same screen major caste. And like the province 1, 2, 3, 4, while we discuss province 1, 2, 3, 4, in province 1, 2, 3, 4 also there are different caste of Nepalese people. Like that, in province 5 also there are some of the major caste of Nepalese people in case of province number 5, and some of them are like Thadu, Magar, Chetri, Brahmin, Muslim, etc. are some of the major caste of Nepalese people that settle in the province number 5. And after caste, you can see the next point here, some of the religious places, religious sites, like province number 1, 2, 3, 4. Certain religious places are occupied by different province, number 1, number 2, 3, and 4. In 5 also, there are some of the famous religious places located in the province number 5. They are Lumbini, Mahari Temple, Bhairavstan, Redis, Swargadwari, etc. are some of the famous religious sites located in the province number 5. And my dear friends, we all know that religious sites reflect the one religion lifestyle festival of the certain province. So these religious sites reflect the religion, uh, social norms and values of the certain province. So that, my dear students, you can point out some religious sites of province number 5, like 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. And after then, my dear students, you can see at the next point on the same slide, what are the major food crops? And as we all know that in previous class, before that also, we had already discussed that Nepal is rich in agriculture profession. Because most of the Nepalese people engage in agricultural profession. So in different provinces, there are the common food crops and the food grains. In case of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in 6, as well in 7 also, there are common food crops. The reason is maximum more than 50% of Nepalese people are engaged in agricultural profession. That's a major profession of Nepalese people. So some food crops are mentioned on the screen that they are rice, wheat, potato, etc. Some major food crops, food grains of province number 5. And after them, my dear students, the next one is cash crops, and cash crops indicates the economic condition, economic status of the certain province. Now, some of the major cash crops of province number 5 are like jute, sugarcane, oilseeds are some of the major cash crops that indicate the economic condition of the people of province number 5. So cash crops you can see on the screen, and after the cash crops, some of the major cities for the business purpose. And while we discuss province 1, 2, 3, and 4 also, there are some major cities, and especially major cities are popular. That's why for the transaction, for the business purpose, or for the commercial transaction, like 1, 2, 3, and 4. In 5 also, some of the major cities located in province number 5, that they are Butwal, Nepalganj, Bhairava, and Kolpur, Tansen, Rajpur are some of the major cities. And these cities are very popular for the commercial purpose. That means for the transaction of goods and services, for commercial, for the business purpose. So my dear students, you can remember, you can point out some major cities located in province number 5 for the transaction of different goods and services. All right. So and after then, my dear students, now you can see the next slide. And in this slide also some remaining portion of province number 5 that clarify the overall the introduction of province number 5. And the first point of this slide, tourist areas, like province number 1, 2, 3, 4 also, there are some tourist areas. In 5 also, there are some of the tourist areas. Tourist areas means to attract the tourists or to develop the tourism sector in the context of Nepal. Now, what are the major places for the attraction of tourists? And here you can see in the screen in the first point, the tourist area like Lumbini, Nepalganj, Israni Mahal, and Gorai are some of the tourist areas. Attractive place to increase the number of tourists in province number 5. So, my dear students, once again, you can also point out some places that indicate the tourist area. That means for the development of the tourism industry, for the development, for the promotion of tourism industry, as well as to develop the economic condition of the province number 5. That is some tourist areas of province number 5. And after tourist areas, you can see the some name of districts, and altogether out of 77 districts, 12 districts are occupied by the province number 5. And in case of 1, 2, 3, 4 also, certain districts are occupied. Number 1, first province, second province, third and fourth, like first, second, third, and fourth. 5 also occupies altogether 12 districts. So, my dear students, you can see on the screen. Now, I am going to read the name of the districts occupied by the province number 5. They are the first, Gulmi, Palpa, Nawalparasi, that's the western part. And my dear students, in the previous class, I told you that according to the new constitution, in Nepal, there are already 77 districts. So Nawalparasi and Rukum are divided into two parts. That's a Nawalparasi eastern and western, and Rukum also eastern and western. So altogether, 77 districts are there in Nepal according to the new constitution, which was formulated on 2072 Vikram Sambat, right? So Nawalparasi, western part, Rupandehi, Kapilvastu, Arghakhachi, Rukum, Putan, Dang, Rolpa, Baki, and Bardia are districts, name of districts occupied by province number 5. Okay, and after that, my dear students, you can see the next point here, protected areas. And protected areas means, just in the previous class also I told you that protected areas for the protection of different endangered birds and animals, or to maintain the ecosystem, or to preserve the environment. So Nepal government has established different national parks, wildlife reserves, conservation areas. Why? Because to protect the different endangered birds, animals, to preserve the varieties of plants, vegetation, etc. So that different national parks, wildlife reserves, conservation areas are established for the protection of environment. Now, in case of this province number 5, some of the protected areas are the Baki National Park, NP, short form National Park, Bardia National Park, and Torpadam Hunting Reserve. And my dear students, you have to remember this Torpadam Hunting Reserve. It's a only one reserve to hunt, and Nepal government had give the permission to hunt in this reserve. Torpadam Hunting Reserve, one hunting reserve in our country, Nepal. So these are some of the protected areas. And after then, my dear students, once again, you can see in the same slide some major rivers and lakes located in the province number 5. Like in 1, 2, 3, 4 also, there are some name of rivers occupied, spread in the province number 1, 2, 3, and 4. In 5 also, some of the major rivers like Rapid, Babi are some of the major rivers. Some of the major rivers, as well as some of the major lakes are also there. You can see on the screen some of the major lakes like Satyavati, this Barakuni, and Jagdishpur are some of the major lakes, rivers. Some major rivers are here, and some major lakes occupied, spread in province number 5. And after then, you can see the next one point is there, the split in hill and Tarai region of Nepal. And as we all know that, my dear students, in our country Nepal, there are 3 geographical regions: hilly region, mountain, Tarai region. So among the 3 geographical region, this province number 5 is split in hill and Tarai region of Nepal. And to clarify this hill and Tarai, for that we can see the name of districts, because the districts 12 altogether, 12 districts are occupied by the province number 5. So these 12 districts are related in hill and Tarai region of Nepal. So that province number 5 and is expand in hill and Tarai region of Nepal. All right. So anyway, these are some points, some major points. Should we remember to clarify the overall the introduction of province number 5, like province number 1 also, 2, 3, 4 also. In a previous class, we detailedly discussed the points of 1, 2, 3, 4, and just we discuss number 5. You can see in the slide also, there are some major points to clarify the overall the concept of province number 5. And my dear student, after province number 5, now we are going to talk about the province number 6. And okay, before to discuss about the province number 6, Miss Kajal, are you listening to me? Kajal, are you listening to me?
Sir.
Okay, Kajal, just now we discuss about the province number 5, right?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any confusion about that points? And there are two slides that indicate the major points of province number 5 in the second and third slide. Yeah. Do you have any confusion about that points?
No, sir.
Okay. If not, please can you? I want to ask one question for you. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Please, can you tell me the name of any two districts occupied by province number 5? Name of any two districts?
Gulmi Palpa.
Gulmi and Palpa. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, my dear student, now once again we are going to continue the province number 6 now. First of all, there is a map of province number 6, and the second slide, just we discussed about the map of province number 5. So once again, here is a next map of province number 6. And just I told you from the map also, once again, I want to repeat what is the importance, what's the useful of map of different province. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In the 6 also, you can see on the screen, there is a map. And the importance of map is, that's why just I told you, to know the different name of districts. Like you can see on the screen also, like West Rukum, you can see there in the map. Salyan, you can see. Jajarpur, you can see. Dailek, you can see. Right? Dolba, you can see. Some name of districts occupied by province number 6. As well as you can also see in the slide, the map of province number 6, we can also get the knowledge of name of some rivers, name of some mountain peaks located in province number 6, so that there is a great useful of map of certain province. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 also you can see in the screen, right? Okay, after then now we are going to discuss some of the important points of province number 6, like number 5. And my dear students, you can see in the top in the red color, province number 6 is also known as a Karnali province. Province number 6 is also known as a Karnali province. 6. So now some points now we are going to discuss. First of all, area. What's the total area covered by province number 6, like number 5? And total area 27,084 square kilometer, in percentage 19 percentage. My dear students, you can point out, you can write on your copy as well. And secondly, the second point is population, the total number of people, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In 6 also, the total population 11.5 lakh, means that's when 11 lakh 50,000, around 11 lakh 50,000, 50 lakhs. So in percentage 5 percentage. And after the next point is the major caste. And just we discussed provincial 5, some of the major caste, and once again here are some of the major caste of the Nepalese people settled in the province number 6. And major caste are, and the first Chetri, Magar, Thakuri, Brahmin, Kami, etc. are some of the major castes of Nepalese people of province number 6. And after then, my dear students, you can see the next point is there. Next is the religious sites. That's mean religious places of province number 6. Now, some of the famous religious places are Panchatirtha and Panchatirtha, which is located in Dailek district, and Railing Gumba, which is located in the Humla, and Iskakre Bihar, which is located in the Surkhet. Once again, I want to repeat, I want to read the name of religious places located in province number 6. Onchatirtha, located in the Dailek district, Reling Gumba, which is located in Humla, and Kakri Vihar, which is located in Surkhet. These are some of the famous religious places of province number 6. And after that, you can see some of the major rivers of province number 6. And some of the major rivers are Saniveri, Tuliveri, Humla Karnali, Mugu Karnali, Tila, etc. are some of the major rivers occupied in province number 6. And then after major rivers, you can see on the same slide some of the major food crops. And once again, my dear students, there are the common similar food crops like maize, wheat, potato. About wheat and potato, just in province number 5 also we discussed info also, like rice, wheat, potato are some of the similar common food grains. The reason is most of the Nepalese people are engaged in agricultural profession. The major profession of Nepalese people is agriculture, so that's why there are the different common name of food crops, right? And after the cash crops of Karnali province, to collect different medicinal herbs, fruits like apple, the major cash crops of Karnali province, herbs, to collect different medicinal herbs, and varieties of production of varieties of fruits. That's the major cash crops of province number 6. Okay, and after then, my dear students, once again you can see the next slide now, and some of the mountains are here, some of the mountain peaks which is located in Karnali province or province number 6. And the mountains are Chandi, Kanti, Gautam, Kanjirova, etc. are some of the peaks, some of the mountains located in Karnali province. Mountains. And as you all know that mountains that attracts the tourists, attract the foreign people. That's why different foreign people visit Nepal to observe the mountains, hills, peaks. So that's why through the different mountain, it also helps to increase the number of tourists in the context of Nepal, right? And after then the tourist areas like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and some of tourist areas, Rara National Park and so Foxundo National Park. And just I told you that national parks are different national parks are established to protect different endangered birds and animals. And as you all know, there are different tourists visiting different national parks. That's why to observe, study for the research and study of different national parks, wildlife reserves, conservation areas. So different national parks are also some of the attractive areas for the tourist. So Raya National Park and the Foxundo National Park are tourist areas in case of province number 6. And after then you can see the next point, name of the districts occupied by the Karnali province. Altogether there are 10 districts. Now I'm going to read the name of 10 districts occupied by province number 6. That means Karnali province. They are the first Dolpa, Jumla, Kalikot, Mugu, Humla, Salyan, Surkhet, Dailek, Jajarkot, and Rukum, the western part. And just I told you that Rukum also divided into part, western and eastern, and the next one is Nawal Parasi, eastern and western. So Rukum, the western part, which is located in province number 6. That means in Karnali province. All right. And after then you can see some protected areas. Just this is just a revise only in tourist areas, same point of the tourist areas. Rara National Park and Foxton National Park. These are the protected areas for the protection of different endangered birds, animals, plants, to maintain the ecosystem, to conserve the nature. So that's why Nepal government has established different parks, reserves, and conservation areas. All right. And also the next point also you can see now this Karnali province is expand in mountain and hill of Nepal. So just I told you in the context of Nepal, 3 regions are here, hilly mountain terrains, and this in case of this province number 6 is expand in Mount mountain and hilly region of Nepal. All right. So, my dear students, these are some of the important points of province number 6 to clarify the overall the concept of the province number 6, that is the Karnali province. And in this 6 also, what's the total area, what's the total population, name of the mountains, tourist area, districts, yeah, rivers, lakes, protected areas, all around different points are included to clarify the overall the concept of province number 6. And my dear students, now you can see the next slide here. In the next slide, there are some of the challenges of province number 6. And as we all know that in the context of Nepal, according to the new constitution, altogether there are 7 provinces. So among the 7 provinces, in province number 6, there are the different challenges. Now, what are the different challenges of province number 6? So you can see on the slide, the first challenges of province number 6 is geographical difficulties. Geographical difficulties. The first challenge of province number 6. That means that's a lack of the proper development, lack of development in Karnal province, lack of road stocks, lack of good road facilities, right? So the first challenge is geographical difficulty. Second, poverty. The second challenge of province number 6, poverty. And as we all know that poverty, what is the meaning of poverty, right? So that's the second challenges of province number 6. The next one is backwardness. Backward means there's been lack of development. Lack of development. Because lack of development, that's also lack of the skill, sufficient human resources in the province number 6. So backwardness is also one of the challenges for province number 6. And also the next challenge of province number 6 is here for human development. That means lack of skill, trained human resources for human development. And in case if the lack of the sufficient skill, trained human resources, then it will become very difficult to develop the province number 6. Okay, so these are some of the challenges of province number 6. So to tackle that challenges of province number 6, Nepal government as local people, different organization, national plus different other organizations should be responsible to tackle that challenges. So the most responsible is Nepal government. Then as a local people, different organization should be conscious towards to develop the province number 6. That means to reduce poverty, to improve, to develop skill, knowledgeable, trained manpower in province number 6. So anyway, my dear students, these are some of the challenges of province number 6. And after then, my dear students, you can see the next slide. I have mentioned the 2 short questions as an assignment for you. 2 questions. First of all, I want to read, then I will explain about that questions. And the first question is here, the first short question. And province number 4 has high prospects of tourism development, justify the statement. And in the previous class, we had discussed province number 3 and 4. So now you have to justify province number 4 has a high prospects of tourism development. Tourism development, high prospect, high chance of tourism development in province number 4. You have to justify, you have to verify this statement, the first question. And second question is, why is province 3 more developed than other province? Why is province 3 more developed than other province? Give any 4 reasons. And about this province number 3 also, in the just in previous week, in previous class, we had discussed number 3 and 4. So in number 2, you have to list out any 4 regions among the 7 province. And number 3 is more developed. Why? You have to justify with the help of the fruitful reasons. Okay, so these are two short question answer as an assignment homework for you. And after then, my dear students, once again, I want to conclude. I want to conclude the country. That's a province number 5 and 6. And my dear students, just I told you, in case of province number 5 and 6 also, we had discussed what's the total area, what's the total number of population, some of the religious sites, religious places of province number 5 and 6, some name of rivers, lakes, some names of mountain peaks, some name of the protected areas, and what's the expansion land area of the province number 5 and 6. So, my dear students, once again, I want to request to you all that if you have in the previous class also, I told you that if you have available the atlas once again, I want to request you can see, at least you can see an atlas, and from the atlas also we can get lots of knowledge to find out the different mountain peaks, protected areas, total land area occupied by the different province, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can also study at last, and at least once you can see your textbook. So, my dear students, uh, I have already mentioned a slide. There are two short question answer. So, before to do the short question answer, once you can, once again you can see the slide of province number 5 and 6. Once again you can see before to do, and after study, then you can start to do the two short question answer. Okay, okay, my dear students, all of you, thank you so much for your active participation. Okay, I think we have again few minutes left. Okay, uh, Mr. Prabal, are you listening to me? Mr. Sudeep, are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Sudeep, just now we had discussed province number 5 and 6, right?
Yes, sir.
And do you have any confusion about that point, province number 5 and 6?
No, sir.
Okay, if not, boy, very good. I want to ask just one question for you. Okay, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and in province number 5 and 6, we had discussed different protected areas, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
can you tell me what is the meaning of the protected areas?
Sir, the areas in when the government is government has protected, sir, and the human and the person can't
Yes.
go without permission.
Yes. Okay. Very good. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay. Protected areas are established. Nepal government has established different national park. That's a protected area means, yeah, national parks, wildlife reserves, and conservation area. Yeah. So protected areas is to protect varieties of endangered birds, animals, plants, and not only to preserve different endangered birds, animals, and plants, and different national parks, wildlife reserves, and conservation area also help to maintain the ecosystem, to conserve the nature as well. So that's why we should have to preserve the different protected areas. We should be conscious to preserve the different national park, wildlife reserves, and conservation area. All right. Okay, Miss Salina, are you listening to me? Miss Salina, are you listening to me? Okay, if not, okay, my dear students, once again, you can uh, read, you can see a slide of province number 5 and 6 in your Google Classroom as well. I'll put in the Google Classroom. Then you can, once again, you can study, you can see in the slide. Then you can complete your assignment. That is a two short question and answer. All right. Okay, all of you, thank you so much for your active participation.